Are you sitting comfortably? Then I will begin. Far, far away, in a land where cars are more than just metal and unleaded petrol, there lived a beetle car called Betsy. She was a 1980 bright orange model with dust and dents on her body, worn tyres and rusting underneath. Of all the cars in all the land, she was the most miserable.
What a homely thing I am.
She would say with a honk of her horn.
For all my mileage, where am I going? I'm going nowhere. I'm just going round and round in circles.
She tries all the traditional car remedies, a service for her engine, a wash and wax, but none of them seem to make a difference. If anything, she felt even worse.
I'm just an ugly old beetle, and that's all I'll ever be.
Then, one day, Betsy saw this vision of beauty. A glistening, purring Rolls-Royce, dazzling in the sunlight.
Oh, if only I could be a Rolls-Royce. I'd be so happy. And everybody would want to be my friend.
Betsy checked her savings and found that she could just afford to have a Rolls-Royce makeover.
Oh, yes.
So she headed off to the Rolls-Royce garage. I wonder what a Rolls-Royce makeover entails. Sounds like lots of hammering and drilling. I'm working on the engine. Sounds like a big job to me. Well, here she comes. The Rolls-Royce makeover. It took every penny she had. And when they'd finished, Betsy admired herself in a shop window.
I have a brand new car. Won't everybody be impressed?
Now, can you guess what happened when the other cars saw Betsy? How many friends do you think she would make? Put your hands up if you've got a guess. That boy was the first hand up. How many? 9. 25. Loads. 5. One more guess. 68. That's a very precise number. Shall I tell you what happened? Good grief, said the BMW. What incredibly bad taste. Oh, give it up, said the Rolls-Royce. You're not a Rolls-Royce, and you never will be. Betsy began to cry with embarrassment.
Oh, I'm just a homely old beetle deep down, and that's all I'll ever be. Oh.
She started to limp her way down the road when a small car with, if possible, worse paintwork than Betsy came along. He looked so scruffy, rust on every part of his car. In fact, Betsy wasn't even sure what sort of car he was, yet he looked so happy. How could that be?
I don't understand. You're in far worse shape than me, and yet you seem to know who you are and where you're going.
I do. I've got a purpose, and I got it from the mechanic.
Oh, I've seen mechanics before, and it doesn't work.
When you see the master mechanic, you will understand.
The other car pointed the way.
Can you fix me?
Yes, I can.
Can you really fix me?
You know I can. I've been waiting for you.
Betsy felt her motor race. The other car was right. There was something different about this mechanic. He seemed to see right through her engine cover and care what was inside.
But how much will it cost?
Everything.
Oh, but I spent all my money on my Rolls-Royce makeover.
That's all right. It's already paid for. All you have to do is sign over your ownership to me.
But if I do that, there'll be no going back.
Betsy realised that the master mechanic wanted to own her, and she gave her ownership documents to him.
It's the only way. Come, follow me.
So I wonder what the master mechanic is doing. There's some work going on back there, isn't there?
I don't understand. I'm still the same homely, bright orange 1980s Beetle, but I feel so different, so happy.
That's because you're my homely old 1980s orange Beetle.
Oh, so that's the secret.
And she headed off for the motorway, smiling happily from headland to headland.
I wonder how many of you know that there's a deeper meaning to the story of the Rolls-Royce cars and Betsy the Beetle.
So either of them could be how we think about ourselves. It might be that we want to look cool like the Rolls Royce, or that we might not be happy with the way we are. A bit like Betsy was feeling.
Betsy went to any extreme to be liked, didn't she? She did anything she could to be liked. And sometimes we can try and disguise who we really are just to try and fit in with other people, with our friends.
The master mechanic was more concerned about what Betsy was like on the outside, on the inside rather. He didn't just look at the outside. In the story, the master mechanic is meant to be Jesus, and Christians believe that Jesus loves us and cares about the real us. We don't have to try to look different, but when we know that he loves us, we will feel different about ourselves.
And when we know that we are valued and loved for who we are, that's when it's easier to fulfill our potential and let our light shine.